Welcome, Queen. Did you know that the month of July is actually a month that is dedicated and recognized as Social Awareness Month? Meaning that it is a time that is dedicated to strengthening relationships, building meaningful connections, and addressing loneliness. Yet, according to the CDC, 1 out of 3 people experience or are feeling loneliness. Think about that. 1 out of 3. That surprised me. So much so that I actually fact checked it. And it is actually true. So loneliness doesn't always look like someone sitting at home all alone by themselves. Sometimes loneliness, it looks like a wife, a husband, a co-worker, a friend, a daughter, a mother, or maybe even a sibling. Yet, the reality is we are more connected than ever by the use and through the use of tech. So that tells me something about what is happening in our world today. Loneliness is not always about being alone. Sometimes it's about being in the midst or with other people or surrounded by other people and still feeling unseen. So if you have ever felt yourself sitting in places and spaces feeling unseen, today I invite you to schedule a discovery call. Together we will map out and work through the patterns or the feelings that you may be processing to equip you to better communicate and have conversations about where you are and what you need from the people in your life. The link is in the description. And here's what I want us to consider. Loneliness doesn't always break relationships. Relationships create loneliness. Because what happens when no one checks up anymore? Every conversation becomes transactional. You stop feeling emotionally safe. People only call when they need something. Or you simply don't feel understood. And you could be possibly thinking, well, I'm just highly introverted. And here's what I need you to know. That some people are truly introverted. I am highly introverted. And still what I recognize is introverts recharge through solitude. That doesn't mean that introverts don't need connection. It just means we recharge differently. So loneliness and recharging in solitude are not the same. And one of the biggest reasons that conversations can tend to go left when people are experiencing loneliness is because loneliness changes how we have conversations. So it changes how we show up in our communication. We say things like, I'm fine, it's okay, don't worry about it, I got it, it doesn't matter. And here's the thing. Sometimes those things that we are saying are simply a way for us to protect ourselves. And this is why conversations can tend to go to the left. Not because people are mean, not because people don't care. It's because sometimes nobody recognizes the person they are talking to is lonely. Because lonely people don't often say, I'm lonely. Instead, they may say things like, I'm tired, I've been busy, I've had a lot on my plate, I'm okay, I'm managing. So I ask you today, who in your life may be lonely without ever saying to you they are lonely? And it matters because they may be believing. And it matters because they may be believing. No one cares, no one checks on me, no one understands me or what I'm going through. And that can cause a shift in their behavior. They can stop reaching out, they can stop sharing, they can stop inviting people into their world. And the reality is that people respond to the way we treat. So again, I want you to remember that loneliness doesn't always look lonely. And if this conversation is making you recognize yourself, don't ignore that. This is exactly the kind of relationship pattern I equip women to recognize and identify so that they can work through it. The discovery link for your strategy call is in the description. So as you go throughout your days this upcoming week, I invite you, if you know you're in a space and in a state where you feel a sense of loneliness, to share that. Instead of saying I'm fine, share. I could really use someone to listen to me. Instead of waiting for people to notice, give them the opportunity to know. Healthy relationships aren't built on mind reading. They're built on conversations. Even though sometimes they may be uncomfortable conversations to have. In closing, remember this. The loneliest people aren't always alone. Sometimes the loneliest people are simply unheard. And that's why loneliness doesn't always need more people. Sometimes loneliness needs one person willing to notice. As always, I'm CESAM telling you that 24 hours doesn't seem long, but in 24 hours, you can change your life. So go ahead and do something life-changing now.